Oh yeah, is it Thursday already? Okay, Andor's special look trailer has really sent some shockwaves through the Star Wars fandom, as this trailer, I think, personally, is even better than the official trailer that we got last week. So, with that being said, a possible tease towards Darth Vader, and finally, some look at what the plot of this second season might actually be in this brand new trailer. So without further ado, let's break this thing down, shall we? What's up, everybody? How's it been doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? Okay, so this trailer came out on Tuesday night, Tuesday night, something like that. No, Wednesday, whatever it was. This trailer came out first only on Disney Plus, and that was sort of like am I going to be able to watch this live on the live stream on Thursday, or we're going to get copy struck and taken down forever, or what is it going to be? And the idea was, well, I guess there didn't need to be an idea. There was a way I was going to try and work around it, but we don't have to, because now this trailer has been released on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere, so we can watch it and hopefully not get taken down. So with that, I mean, let's just watch this trailer. Well, first of all, let's say hi to everybody in the chat first, okay? And while we do so, tell me in the chat, what did you think of this new special look trailer, okay? But let's say hi to everybody. Rachel, what is up? Jack Robbins in the house. Brandon Baker, how we doing? Adam, what is up? B-Man, how we doing? Holly, what is up? Freddie, what is up? Fearless in the house. Freak Zeke, what's up? How we doing? Been a while. Dead Mike in the house. Starship 66, what is up? Star Wars Order, how we doing? Pipeline Podcast, how we doing? Justin, what is up? Skywalker Academy, how we doing? 50 Thunder in the building. If I missed you, you know the deal. Just yell at me in the chat. Let's give everybody a nice little
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Okay, so let's start with this trailer. I mean, that seems to be the only place we should start, chat, is this trailer. Now, let's just watch it through once, I think, and then we'll go from there, okay? Let's do this. So, all right, strangely enough, as great as this trailer may be, because it is fantastic and we're about to watch it right now, as great as it may be, it only has 435,000 views. Now, only 400,000 views. That's a lot of views, obviously. But when you compare it to what happened with the official trailer for Andor Season 2, which I think this trailer is better than, it's not even close. It's not even anywhere in the same vicinity. You're talking about 6 million versus 400,000. Very, very different. This is not number one on trending. This is not even trending at all on YouTube. But even still, it's an incredible trailer. I think the problem is it's titled a special look, and it's more of like a behind the scenes type thing. So not many people are seeing it as an official trailer. However, it's still incredible. Yeah. So let's watch it. Only 435,000 views. Okay. Let's watch it through once, and then we'll talk about it. Let's push this over here. That's better. Oh. You can't hear that, can you? Oh my God, chat. Who muted that? Who put the mute on? Okay, let's try that again. That's better.
Emergency broadcast, if you can hear me!
We are not who we were when we started.
Imperial ships are already landing.
We need to speak out. We need to stand up.
Is there no one who can help us?
We need a pilot. A soldier.
Everything I did for the rebellion.
Revolutionary movements are spontaneously happening all over the galaxy. How those come together is the stuff of our story.
If season one laid the track, then season 2 is the juggernaut.
The Empire cannot win.
Well, they haven't won yet.
We're building a real army.
The rebellion's everywhere now.
Galaxy of opportunities.
The insurgents have weapons at this point.
We're counting on it.
These These 12 episodes are going to take us over the next 4 years into Rogue One. The complexity of the show, the possibilities of the show. It has to be all in.
Nobody's allowed in here.
Are you thinking like a thief?
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like
a leader.
The size and scale of this production is unparalleled. The sets and the costumes are breathtaking.
Everyone does the homework. Everyone takes the time, and you can tell.
Proceed.
This is it. This is what you live for.
It's human. It's incredibly truthful. And it just happens to be in a galaxy far, far away.
It's the urgency of the situation. Not palpable.
Lock it down!
If we do not stand together, we will be crushed.
This is the end. Have no expectations.
This is the end. Have no expectation. Oh my goodness, chat. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how ridiculously hyped up did this trailer get you? So here's the deal. The first trailer with the strange music that fans were really sort of against, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. It gave us the first trailer for Andor. It was fantastic. But this trailer blows it out of the water. Like, it's so much better. It gives us so much more information. It gives us so much more crazy little teases and Easter eggs and crazy little stuff we're going to get into in a second. But this trailer, I think, is far better than the first trailer that we got last week. And it's sort of a behind-the-scenes look at this second season. Now, tell me in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you with that trailer? And I want to put up a poll in the chat, okay? Let's pull this up first. Let's put up a poll. Which trailer do you like more? The official trailer, or the quote-unquote special look? What do we think, chat? Which trailer do you like more? Okay, and while you do, 10 out of 10, a million out of 10, 10 plus, of course, 9 out of 10. The music in the teaser makes it better. Interesting. Okay. I like that. 8.5, 20 out of 10, 10 out of 10. 7.4, 6.3, 10, 10, 11, 12. 10 plus, I almost cried. Okay. 100,000. Okay. 400,000. Not 6 million. It's Smoke's skeleton crew in Ahsoka. Wow. Okay. Do we think that planet is Lothal? Okay. I don't think it is, but we'll get to it when we break this whole thing down. Yeah. Darth Drafter with a 7-month membership badge. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And I think there was somebody else with a membership as well at the beginning. Let's see it. It was Chris. Chris with a 7-month membership badge as well. Both 7 months. I appreciate it. Memberships, super chats keep the lights on over here, so I appreciate it quite a bit. Okay, but let's break down this trailer. Okay? Because there's a lot going on in this tiny little trailer. 50 Thunder with a 1-month membership badge. I appreciate that. So, it's a 2.5-ish minute special look, as they put it. And that sort of gives us a behind-the-scenes look at Andor. So some of this stuff is behind the scenes, but other parts of it are actually scenes that will be in the show. And that is very, very important and a huge distinction that we have to make. So let's watch this back, shall we? Okay. So it starts with what we believe to be Clea, whatever her name is. She's working on this thing. Now, this is actually important for later on in the trailer, so remember this sort of thing down here. And we know it's not Luthen because it looks like not Luthen from what I gather. Oh, we get Mr. Super Chat. Hang on, chat. We're going crazy right now. What's going on? Holy crap. John Groom, 16-month membership, 50 Thunder, 1-month membership. The Darth Plagueis lives with a $5 holla. I appreciate that. Darth Plagueis says this trailer is fire. Could we see Thrawn in Season 2 or even Asajj Ventress? Okay. So Grand Admiral Thrawn is a little bit weird because he disappears with Ezra Bridger. But that event takes place before A New Hope and Rogue One. So this second season, spanning over 4 years, actually does give us the possibility of seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, do I think we will see the Big Blue Meanie? No, I don't. It would be pretty cool to see, because you're going to set him up as the big villain of the Mandoverse, so maybe give him a little bit of a backstory in live action at least. That would be nice, but I don't think so. I think it's far more likely that they just will go with Krennic, maybe Tarkin, maybe Vader. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but they'll probably go mostly with Krennic and Dedra, but that's just what I think. And going to Asajj Ventress, well, put a pin in that because I got something crazy coming later on in this live stream about possibly not Asajj Ventress specifically, but a connection to that sort of character. Okay? Yeah, got it. I appreciate that, Darth Plagueis. I really, really do. Super chats, memberships keep the lights on over here, and I appreciate it quite a bit. Darth Drafter with a $10 hollow. You guys feeling extra generous right off the bat on this stream. I appreciate it quite a bit. Says, I'm glad there's a space where people who love Star Wars as much as I do. Well, Darth Drafter, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you feel that way. Because that was the goal. Okay, now that I've been so rudely interrupted by all your generous donations, let's get back to this trailer, shall we? So, where were we? Clea, whatever her name is. This is her on Coruscant in the back of Luthen's gallery, as they put it in the first season. And that gallery is going to be very important in this trailer. Just a second. Hold up. Just bear with me.
Emergency broadcast. If you can.
Oh, let's put on the closed caption here because it does say who's talking.
Emergency broadcast.
Oh, what? It did say before. It's a character by the name of, I believe, Drebo or something along those lines. Somebody help me out in the chat. But with that, somebody. It's clearly a woman, and she's calling for help. Now, I think this is going to be the massacre on Ghorman. She's talking about ships coming in into the atmosphere and all these people just being attacked, and I think that's what she's referring to here. And I think this is going to be Clea or Luthen hearing that happening from the outside perspective, much like he heard Aldhani happen from the outside perspective. We got another super chat. You guys feeling extra generous today. Holly says, the subtitles say gore. It's the Ghorman Massacre. The subtitles say gore? Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Do you know when that happens, Holly? With a very generous $5 holla, by the way. I appreciate that, Holly. I really, really do. Okay, now that I've been so rudely interrupted again. All right. So, emergency broadcast, if you can hear me.
If you can hear me.
I mean, Andor gives us the greatness of seeing Coruscant again. And Coruscant is, of course, probably one of the coolest planets in Star Wars, if not the coolest, because its population is over 1 trillion people, and it's just looks visually so damn cool. And with the technology now, I mean, you look at Coruscant in 1999 and The Phantom Menace, it doesn't look nearly as good. But when you look at it now, getting the chance to see it in Andor Season 2 even more is fan-freaking-tastic. We're going to get to see the Senate building later, so keep an eye out for that. This is pretty wild.
Not who we were when we started.
That's Luthen saying we are not who we were when we started. This looks like Mon Mothma pulling up to Luthen's gallery yet again, but some fans... Oh, I'm going to use my new technique that I learned here. Some fans have noticed this off to the side. Anybody know what this is, chat? Anybody know what this is? So in Luthen's gallery, we see a lot of cool stuff from Star Wars. We got Mandalorian armor, Starkiller's mask, a Gungan shield, some Twi'lek stuff. But do we know what this is? Do we know what it is, chat? Yes. Padme Amidala's headdress thing. Sure. It's the back of it. But let me show you what I mean. Oh my God. My voice. It's leaving me, chat. I don't know why. Okay. But check this out. check this out. Shit, where is it? What? Come on. I know I saved it somewhere. Hang on, chat. Padme Amidala as queen. Guess we'll do it the hard way then. This headpiece right here. This massive thing with the two like sort of wings on it and then the big piece that comes up right here. So remember this. Remember this thing from the front. You're about to see it from the back. It's the same thing. The two big wings right there, and then the little piece that comes up and attaches to her hair. It's Padme Amidala's helmet-like thing. How the hell did Luthen, first of all, get this? Like, what? First of all, getting a Gungan shield, I'm sure there's probably hundreds and hundreds and thousands of those. Getting Mandalorian armor, I guess that's a little bit more difficult, and Twilight, whatever. But Padme Amidala, specifically, her queen head helmet thing, what? I don't know. That's a little strange. Imagine he has a lightsaber in there. Well, I wouldn't put it past him. He does have Sith holocrons and Jedi holocrons in his gallery as well. So the character of Luthen's sort of backstory, or I guess the myth or legend of Luthen, is growing even larger. Because not only does he have Mandalorian armor and all these crazy stuff, Sith holocrons, Jedi holocrons, but now he has Padme Amidala's helmet-looking thing. Yeah. And this is pretty cool, too, because a long, long time ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, I would guess, there was these rumors going around that Naboo, the planet of Naboo, was going to be in Andor Season 2. Now, since those rumors came out and got leaked, or whatever you want to call it, we really haven't heard anything else about that. It was probably, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. We really haven't heard anything about that. So I don't know if it's going to actually happen. Maybe there's connections to Naboo. But clearly, I mean, Luthen has some sort of connection to that planet, having multiple things from there. Yeah. Mike, what the fuck? Where's the new live sign? It's coming this week. I promise. It's coming this week. You know? We're struggling over here. Yeah, Amazon delayed my delivery. Now, it did say like March 4th to March 13th or something, so they got time. But this is the first little crazy little Easter egg in this trailer, so let's keep going.
Imperial.
The Ghorman Massacre. So this lady, whoever it is screaming, Imperial ships have already landed or already landing. I think she's probably calling for help from the Ghorman Massacre. And I think what might happen, and it might sound crazy, is that Luthen is actually wanting this to happen. I think the rebellion wants this event to happen. And to an extent, obviously they don't want all these innocent people to die, but the Empire murdering just innocent civilians, a massacre on Ghorman, that sends shockwaves through the galaxy. Because now you have people like Mon Mothma who are blaming Emperor Palpatine for this event, and she's actually forced out of the Senate, and eventually the rebellion grows a lot stronger because of events like this. When people around the galaxy who either actually appreciate the Empire or actually follow the Empire, they see something like this happening, then they sort of think to rebel. And that's what I think is happening here. I don't think the Luthen is staging this to happen. I don't think he's purposely making this happen, but I think the rebellion almost wants this to happen to an extent. Now, Cassian's going to be there. We see Cassian in this trailer multiple times on Ghorman, and he's going to be at this event, but he'll survive. Of course, we know he'll survive. He's in Rogue One. But how he survives is going to be pretty interesting. And this trailer also does give us some information about who's actually there, and that is Dedra. So, and cereal, but he's not eating any cereal, so who cares? All right.
Ships are already landing.
We need to speak out. We need to stand up.
Is there no one who can help us?
We need a pilot.
Cassian, I believe this is on Coruscant. Yeah, this is Cassian on Coruscant. We knew he was going to be on Coruscant. We've seen some other images of him on Coruscant. But why is he there? What does he have to do on the capital of the Empire? What's his goal there? We're trying to sort of see what's happening in this second season. The Ghorman Massacre, of course, being the probably biggest event of the season, much like, I don't know, there's probably 3 big events in season 1. Aldhani, Narkina 5, and Marva's funeral. But the Ghorman Massacre will be one of the biggest of these events. So what's he doing on Coruscant? That's sort of a big question.
We need a pilot. A soldier.
Everything I did.
This is him on Ghorman, by the way. You can see out the window, that's the same sort of setup there. He's got some sort of blaster, some sort of sniper-looking thing. And I think he's there on a mission for the rebellion to kill somebody. How crazy would it be? Because we know by the time of Rogue One, he's a cold-blooded killer. What if Cassian starts the massacre? What if Cassian either shoots the first innocent bystander or kills the first stormtrooper? If he starts blasting at stormtroopers, then the stormtroopers are going to start blasting back, and that might be the catalyst for how this begins. Now, we want to think of Cassian Andor as a good guy, chat. We do. We really do. But he's not, okay? He's a cold-blooded murderer by the time of Rogue One. I mean, he is from the opening scene of the first season of Andor, really. It's not on purpose, but he does kill those 2 guards. Well, the second one was definitely on purpose. Not the first one, but he kills the second guy. Just shoots a gun right at his head. And that's not really a good guy. Now, he's doing it for the right cause against the Empire, but still, I think it's very likely that he could be the cause of this massacre. Be the one who starts it, if you will. Yeah, so he's got some sort of sniper here. He knows the massacre is going to go down to some extent because he's there ready to start shooting.
Everything I did for the rebellion.
This might be the craziest scene of the entire trailer. And it's about, I don't know, 3 frames. Look at this. That's it. That was it. And it might be the most important and insane frames of the entire trailer. Take a look at this. Does anybody know where this ship is from? Can anybody tell me what this ship is from? Yes, there's 2 X-Wings, of course. They're on Yavin 4, which is awesome. We're getting back to Yavin 4, but we knew that already. Does anybody know what this ship is? The Ghost? No, it does kind of look like the Ghost, but no. It is not the Ghost. Mike, will you do my Algebra 2 homework, please? No. That is probably the most odd request I've ever gotten on a live stream, so I appreciate it. But no. I think that Cassian may be taking a shot at Cyril. And Cyril is wearing a beret with a black band. So the person looks like somebody wearing a beret with a black band. Just an observation. Interesting. So you think he's talking to Cyril. I thought you meant taking down Cyril. One or the other, or both. Ahsoka ship? No. No. It's a ship from Star Trek? No. Is it Saw's ship? No. All right. Let me show you something crazy. Let me show you something absolutely insane. This ship. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's obviously not the exact same ship. Vader does pull this one to the ground and rip it to shreds, but there's another ship that's the exact same that takes off with Obi-Wan on it. And you have to remember that this is the hidden path. Obi-Wan is currently working with the rebellion of the time where they are saving Jedi who survived Order 66. This is absolutely insane. It is the same ship, obviously. not the exact same ship, as I mentioned before. Vader does rip it to shreds, but it does give a connection, obviously, because this is the Rebellion. This is Yavin 4. This is all this crazy stuff. It does give the connection to the hidden path and the possibility of, like Darth Plagueis mentioned in a super chat earlier on in the live stream, of seeing a character like an Asajj Ventress. Now, do I think Asajj Ventress will be in this show? No. And I cannot emphasize that enough. I do not think Asajj Ventress will be in this show. If she is, that would be insane. But it is... Andor Season 2 is pulling the Rebellion together. It is pulling all these different sides of the rebel cause together. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series with the hidden path and Quinlan Vos and Asajj Ventress and all those people, Ice Cube's son or whatever, all those people from that side of the rebellion, pulling together with Cassian's side of the rebellion, pulling together with Hera Syndulla and the Ghost Crew side of the rebellion, pulling together with Bail Organa's side of the rebellion. Like all these different rebel cells are coming together to form one big rebellion in Andor Season 2. And Tony Gilroy himself says that in this trailer. So the craziest thing, the absolute craziest frame of this entire special look that's only about 2 frames long is this ship, because it's the exact same, well, not the exact same, but the same model ship as the one that Vader pulls out of the sky and rips to shreds in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. What? Are you kidding me? Imagine if the hidden path has a part in Cassian's story. It helps him. If he helped that, it would make him more of a hero. True. Well, the hidden path is a part of the rebellion. Cassian is a part of the rebellion. Justin brings up a good point here, or brings up a good question. Vader is coming. So, well, first of all, pause. But now, Vader being in Andor Season 2 is, I think, a very unlikely thing, much like Asajj Ventress. However, this does indicate that there could be a crazy appearance of one Cal Kestis. And I know that sounds insane, but Cal Kestis coming into live action is something that's been set up for years now. Since Jedi Fallen Order came out back in 2016? 7? When did Jedi Fallen Order come out? Whenever Jedi Fallen Order came out, they hired Cameron Monaghan, an incredible actor, to be the face of Cal Kestis, so that eventually they would bring him into live action. Now, the problem with that is Cameron Monaghan, is not that old. So for him to play a character in the Mandoverse in live action, they'd have to age him up quite a bit. About, 10, 15 years. But for him to play Cal Kestis in live action during the time of Andor Season 2, he wouldn't have to be aged up at all. This would be the perfect time to bring him into live action, even if it's just for one tiny little scene, just to show him in live action. Set him up for a future in the Mandoverse. It's very, very, very far out there, but there is no way that they did not put this one tiny little frame in the trailer for no reason. Because like I said, it's very, very quick. Watch this. That's it. They put it in there for a reason. They put the same ship that Vader pulls down in Obi-Wan Kenobi for a reason. Maybe it's not Cal Kestis. Maybe it's not Asajj Ventress. Maybe it's not Quinlan Vos, but it's something of a connection to Obi-Wan, something of a connection to Vader, and something of a connection to the hidden path. Which also, by the way, at Star Wars Celebration coming this year, we could get an announcement that a Hidden Path animated show is coming out. Now that's, again, a long shot, but even still, all these sort of dots are connecting with Andor Season 2. All the different pieces of the rebellion are coming together, much like Tony Gilroy is about to say right now. But what do we think? Tell me in the chat. First of all, did you notice this? Because I didn't. I really did not. I can't take credit for this at all. But did you notice this? This Vader tease, if you will. This same ship that Vader pulls out of the sky in Kenobi. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Think about it this way. They dropped a trailer last Monday. Not this last Monday, but the Monday before. So about a week and a half ago, they dropped a trailer. The official trailer for Andor. And it was a good trailer. Don't get me wrong. It was a good trailer. Solid trailer. But then a week and a half later, they drop a special look where they're throwing these crazy Easter eggs of Padme Amidala's head helmet thing, of a freaking ship that Vader pulled out of the sky. It's not for no reason. It's for us crazy Star Wars fans like myself and you guys. You're crazy. Don't forget it. Crazy Star Wars fans who dissect all of this, who notice the little details like this. It's pretty wild. But with that being said, let's keep going, shall we?
Revolutionary.
So by the way, let's not just gloss over the fact that this is Yavin 4. We're going back to Yavin 4. And that'll be awesome. I mean, gives us the opportunity to see characters like a Harrison Dula, like maybe somebody in this crazy ship, or even Bail Organa, Leia Organa. I don't know. Actually, now that I mentioned Leia Organa, she was on this ship with Obi-Wan, wasn't she? Indeed, she was.
Revolutionary movements are spontaneously happening all over the galaxy. How those come together is the stuff of our story.
So there you go. Tony Gilroy explains it as revolutionary moments happening across the galaxy coming together in this second season, and that's what it's all about. But when he's saying that,
revolutionary movements.
When he's saying that, you're seeing a bunch of different things. So Clea, first of all,
revolutionary movements.
She's pressing a button and then there's a big explosion. I think that's some sort of trailer magic. I don't think she's actually blowing up. I mean, maybe she is, but she's on a different planet, so I doubt it. But this is the Ghorman Massacre. Big explosions, people dying, all that stuff.
Or spontaneous.
I really don't know what's going on here. Some people think that this planet is Lothal. I don't think it is. We've seen Lothal now in live action in the Ahsoka series, and it does not look like this. But tell me in the chat what you think this is. Can anybody translate what these two big letters say? That'd be fantastic. But while you do that, I don't know what's going on here. Like, clearly Brazos and Bix is probably here as well, and all the others that left in season 1 are in hiding on this planet. They're farmers of some sort. But how does the Empire find them? It says AD. Okay. I mean, it probably doesn't mean anything, but still. But how does the Empire find them? Why does the Empire find them? And, well, is Brazos going to be all badass and escape?
Spontaneously happening all over the galaxy.
Because it looks like it.
How those come together.
Who is he hugging here? Who are these people? Oh, this is the guy's son from the first season. Who is this lady? She looks like a new character now.
How those come together is...
This is Saw Gerrera's place. We see them all leaving at one point in the first trailer. But I don't know.
The stuff of our story.
A lot of flashes in this. So this is pretty wild. We get Dedra and Krennic in the same room for the first time. So these two characters will interact. They'll be the two main villains of the series, I think. I mean, unless we get Vader, of course, or Palpatine in some sort of way. I really get the feeling, I don't know what it is, but for the last couple of days I've gotten this, especially with this trailer showing the Senate at the end, which we'll get to. I think Palpatine will be in this show. Vader, I think, is probably unlikely. Again, characters like, I don't know, Cal Kestis are unlikely. But Palpatine has the ability to show up and sort of be all badass and whatever, but not be that important. Like, he can come into the Senate building, and seeing Palpatine, of course, is important, but he's not going to be the show stealer, if you will. Yeah. So, Krennic and Dedra in the same room together. Honestly, it's a little weird. Dedra, as a character, we know is not in Rogue One. She's not in the original trilogy. Is she going to die? I mean, maybe. It would be wild if she died to like a Krennic or something. But she's at least working alongside of him to an extent. Okay. Who is that? Is that Vel? Vale, whatever her name is. That's Cinta right there, right? So Cinta and Vel, I believe. Is that Vel? Sure, on some planet. I don't know where. This is Mon Mothma's daughter's wedding, as we've seen before. Cassian, and now he's... This is not like... This is not a Cassian we've really seen before in the trailer from what I can gather here. Like in one, because it's, again, spanning over 4 years. So it's going to have 4 different looks at Cassian Andor. One of them, he's got shorter hair. That's the last one that leads into Rogue One. One, he has the slick back hair where he's all fancy looking. That's not this one. I don't know what this is. But this is Ghorman. So this is where the massacre will take place, I do believe. But I mean, look at that. The best part about Star Wars being that it's 50 years old is that George Lucas, of course, intended to push the boundaries of making movies and shows, I guess. He did make the Clone Wars. But it's always been a visual thing. I mean, creating these mythical places, or I guess fictional places, if you will, in a galaxy far, far away with the technology that is given to him. Nowadays, almost 50 years later, we have the greatest technology, the greatest CGI, the greatest ability to create a place that doesn't actually exist, and you get awesome, cool shots like this. And Andor Season 1 visually is stunning. I think Season 2 is going to take it to a whole nother level. I mean, think about the budget. It's almost $300 million. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
If Season 1 laid the track, then Season...
So she says if Season 1 laid the track, then Season 2 is the juggernaut. Pretty much inferring that Season 2 is going to be way bigger in scope and way bigger just in general. But what is weird to me, go back here, is this Ghorman? I don't think it is. Just because I don't think Mon Mothma will be there. I don't think so, because she hears about the Ghorman Massacre. Now, maybe she's there beforehand, before it happens, but I don't think so.
Then Season 2 is the juggernaut.
The Empire cannot win.
I think this is just Cassian stealing this to go save Bix and Brazos. That's all I think's going on here. But hey,
well, they haven't won yet.
We're building a real army.
Who are they hiding behind this camera?
Well, they haven't won.
Maybe not anybody important, but it's a little strange. She's walking with somebody.
Yet.
We're building a real army.
Building a real army. This looks like Yavin 4, but I'm not too sure.
Billions everywhere now.
Galaxy of opportunities.
Seeing Dedra in this all sort of black outfit, I don't know what it is, but you can see actually behind her is Cyril's mom. So I think this could be, again, on Ghorman. I think a lot of the scenes we get in this trailer are from Ghorman. But Cyril's mom is right behind her, so all these characters will be in the same spot. And it'll likely be Ghorman.
Insurgents have weapons at this point.
We're counting on it.
Seeing Coruscant again. So damn cool.
We're counting on it.
These 12 episodes are going to take us over the next 4 years into Rogue One.
So the explanation, of course, that we all know is that the next 12 episodes of this series will be 4 arcs, 3 episodes each, and there'll be 1 year leading up until Rogue One. So the first 3 episodes will be probably the year following Andor Season 1, and then a year gap between then and the next 3 episodes, and then the same thing for the next 3 episodes, and the same thing for the next 3 episodes. And the final episode will lead us directly into the opening scene of Rogue One, where Cassian is walking down the alleyway and shoots the guy with the one arm. So, yeah.
The complexity of the show.
So, we get a little bit of a K2SO thing here towards the end of this trailer. Now, Cyril walks into this room, again, probably on Ghorman, he's wearing the same clothes, to see 6 K2-like droids in the room. Now, is one of these going to end up being K2SO? Maybe, I don't know. But one of the biggest stories that hasn't really been talked about much in terms of Season 2 is going to be Cassian and K2 becoming best friends. Because by the time of Rogue One, they're best friends. And Cassian, he's not really a trustworthy guy. He's not trustworthy. He's not really a trusting guy. He doesn't trust other people. He doesn't trust droids. So, especially because the last time he met one of these models of droids, it held him up by his neck, choked him, and almost killed him. So how he's going to go from that to becoming best friends with this droid, well, that'll be pretty interesting to see. That's what makes me think that the Ghorman Massacre is going to be either the first arc or the second arc. Because I think we're going to have some time after that for Cassian to sort of get to know K2SO to an extent. Yeah.
possibilities of the show. It has to be.
This has been sort of the meme going around for the last couple days. Cassian wearing the nice shades. I don't know what's going on here. Again, this is on Ghorman, as most of these scenes are. But maybe I should get a pair of those. I mean, stylish. That's what it is. Stylish.
All in.
Nobody's allowed in.
So we finally got to figure out that this was Bix.
And
Nobody's allowed in here.
Nobody's allowed in there, but she is, because she's going to kill that guy.
You're thinking like a thief. I'm thinking like a soldier. Think like a leader.
I really don't know when this happens. Because when you look at Cassian,
Thinking like a thief. I'm thinking like.
he's got the slick back hair, like the Ghorman hair. And is this after the Ghorman Massacre? Or before? Is Luthen dropping him off to go kill all those people? Or what's going on? I have no idea. But
Like a soldier. Think like a leader.
Luthen's rocking the shorter hair again. This looks like a way younger Cassian. Like this could be from a scene from Rogue One or something. Here's the ship. This is the ship from Rogue One, correct? 2 X-Wings right next to it. I mean, this shot is so cool.
The size.
Is this Cyril or Cassian? Or neither? Okay, so this one we kind of get a look at the behind the scenes of this, where they start talking about the size and scope of this.
The size and scale of this production.
I mean, look at this. When you talk about where did the $300 million go, they're making full-on sets for this. Usually they would just do the volume or the green screens, blue screens, whatever you want to call it. But this is, they're going big. You go big or you go home. I think that's how Star Wars should be. I mean, yes, you can use the volume. Yes, you can use green screens and all that stuff when necessary. But if you can make a practical set, if you can have a on-location site, you should probably do so. It just makes it look better and probably is. It costs maybe a little bit more, but at the same time, you're saving CGI costs, you know?
Production.
Here we get to look at sort of what Coruscant is in the real world. You got Coruscant in the background there, but this is
unparalleled.
The real world. Wi-Fi in Star Wars confirmed here, chat? Is that Wi-Fi confirmed in Star Wars? Yeah. So people were complaining from season 1 about the lack there of aliens.
Paralleled. The sets.
Here you go. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
And the costumes are breathtaking.
Everyone does the home.
I don't know what planet this is. Doesn't look like Yavin 4 to me. Doesn't look like Saw Gerrera's planet. I don't know.
Everyone does the homework. Everyone
Here's Ghorman again.
does the homework.
It's on fire over there. Somebody's gotta go check that out.
Everyone takes the time, and you can tell.
Proceed.
So I think Dedra's there. And I think she's the one who, like here, says proceed by killing all the people. All the innocent people. She's the one who gives the order, if you will. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here. Dedra's clearly Cassian's sister from season 1. Just kidding. But now that I've so nicely brought it up, what do we think, chat? The whole first 3 episodes of the Andor series is all about Cassian's sister. And the fact is, she should be still alive. So the question becomes, is she going to be in the second season? Or at least will that come to an end? Will that storyline of what the hell happened with Cassian's sister ever come to fruition? Or was that just a whole lot of nothing? And what is the chance that Dedra is Cassian's sister? I mean, obviously that seems ridiculous and almost impossible. Is it? It's just so crazy that it might work. I don't know. Okay. We'll leave it there for now. But Cassian's sister, will it be a thing? I don't know. She's blonde. Okay, well, hair can change. Hair color can change. They might have had a bigger role for her if it was 5 seasons. Okay, interesting. But you can't just take a whole thing. Like, it was so important in the first 3 episodes, Cassian's sister. How can you not keep that going? Or at least resolve the issue? Freak Zeke says, sounds like a classic Star Wars twist. I mean, it would. Brother and sister type deal. But, I don't know. Maybe Bix is his sister? Well, that would be really awkward. No. We can't do this again, Chet. We can't. We already had this with the original trilogy. No.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We're not going back there. We're not doing it again. It was the 80s, the 70s. It was a different time. Oh my. Okay. But I do think that Cassian's whole sister arc will become it's like poetry, it rhymes. I think Cassian's sister will play some sort of role in this second season. Because they didn't just throw that in there in the first season for nothing. You didn't have to do that at all. You really didn't. It was pointless if you're not going to resolve that issue at some point. But with that being said, let's keep going.
This is it. This is what you live for.
This is Cassian here. I don't know. He's got a whole different look to him on this scene. So this scene was pretty wild to a lot of people. You see, what's this guy's name again? Completely blanking on it right now. I don't know what planet this is. They're looking down at some sort of this. It's probably Saw's. I mean, you got Saw right there. But what are they doing? Like, what's going on here? This is all Saw's guys.
It's human.
This is Bix and Cassian.
It's incredibly truthful.
Hopefully not brother and sister.
And it just happens to be in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh yeah, what she says here is pretty cool.
This is it. This is what you live for.
It's human. It's incredibly truthful. And it just happens to be.
It's human, it's incredibly truthful, and it just so happens to be in a galaxy far, far away. Again, much like what Star Wars has been forever. It's a galaxy far, far away, a long, long time ago, so you feel very disconnected from it. When you go into Star Wars, you're escaping from your real world, but you still have the underlining of real world lessons, real mythology, real stories that you can connect to. And that's what she's talking about here. It just so happens to take place in a galaxy far, far away. Where's Sam? She is not here today, sadly, but hopefully soon. I don't think she can make Saturday's live stream, but maybe soon. Okay.
In a galaxy far, far away.
We got some sort of, again, a look at this Lothal-looking planet, but not Lothal. I think this will just be a new planet. That's sort of my guess. I don't think it'll be one we've already seen before, but yeah. We got to look at some sort of new Bantha-like thing. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is going to become like a meme. Whatever it is. I mean, there's going to be some scene with it. It's like a Bantha, but on this different planet, and it's going to become a meme. I can already guarantee that. But we do get our first look at B2. There's a little bit of a concern there with the first trailer that B2, well, he wasn't in it. Star Wars Santa, what's up? And the concern was that, well, he's a goner. But he is here. He is with Brazos. He is with Bix on this planet. Yeah. So, there you have it. And then there's some ship coming in here. I don't know what ship.
The urgency of the situation. Not palpable.
Lock it down! So, like I said at the beginning, this was important. Because this looks like the panel that Leia is using at the very beginning here. See all those sort of coils there? It looks like this might be the same thing. all those coils or whatever they are. So whatever it is, it's either being washed away. Like, I don't even know what is this stuff going on it. But it almost looks like they're destroying evidence to an extent, or they're destroying whatever they had at the gallery to maybe escape Coruscant. I don't know. I think at some point there's going to be a turning point in this season where they all have to leave Coruscant. By all, I mean Luthen and Mon Mothma and Clea and all those people, because they have to get out of there. The Empire is going to be hot on their trail, and they can't stay there any longer. And that's what sort of leads into Rogue One and A New Hope, because the rebellion is really just a rebellion. They're all on Yavin 4, or they're all spread across the galaxy. They're no longer on Coruscant. They're no longer in the Senate, because the Senate is pretty much disbanded after the creation of the Death Star is complete. But this looks like it could be some sort of destruction of evidence, if I do say so myself. This is back on that Lothal-like planet where Bix is fighting for her life, it seems. Again, the Empire is there, but Bix and Brazos are fighting for their lives here. Again, them doing that. Cassian in the TIE Defender, possibly? Or TIE Avenger, whatever it is. We do get a Star Destroyer in the background there, and Cassian goes flying into the atmosphere.
If we do not stand together, we will be crushed.
I wonder who she's talking to here. She could be talking to Luthen. She could be talking to Cassian. She could be talking to anybody, honestly. But it does look like she's on Coruscant.
We will be crushed.
So this looks like K2SO has turned to the light side, or has been reprogrammed to turn to the light side, as he is smacking this guy right off the edge. It's so much more funny in slow motion. Okay. So, yeah. K2SO has come to the light side, if you will.
This is the end.
This is the end. And when they say that, whoops. When he says that, we get a look at them in their ship. That is, of course, Alan, who plays the voice of K2SO, and I guess also the body of K2SO. And that is Cassian, but you can tell right here he's got the shorter hair. He's got the look of what he looks like in Rogue One. So this seems to be at the very end, and that might be what's his name? The pilot from, or not the pilot, the guy from Rogue One. I completely blanked on his name, but this looks like it could be from the final scenes or the final arc, because that is what he looks like in Rogue One. And that's them leaving Coruscant. Cassian's ship leaving Coruscant. So he will be there. We know that for a fact. But the Senate building. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I have zoomed in very far on this, and let's zoom in again. I don't see Palpatine, okay? I do not see him in the middle there. But obviously, Melshi, thank you, yes, Melshi. Obviously, they're not going to show us Palpatine if he's going to be in this show. Clearly. But the fact here is that this is the Senate building. This is going to be a very, very crucial scene for the entire series, as this is likely when Mon Mothma is going to be pushed out to an extent after the word of the Ghorman Massacre happening and people being very upset about that. But I believe that either Palpatine is being cropped out of this, editing some trailer magic, or in like the following scene, he will appear. I think there is no world where we get 2 seasons of Andor where we spend so much time on Coruscant, especially in the Senate building, where we don't see Palpatine, especially because how important Mon Mothma leaving Coruscant is and how she blames Palpatine for what happens on Ghorman. So with that, let's actually pull this up. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you think. Let's do this. By the way, 73% of you like this trailer, this special look, more than the official trailer. And I agree with you. I think this trailer is way better, but let's do this. Do you think Palpatine will be in Andor Season 2? Now, I'm not saying he's going to play some massive role, but I'm just saying, will he have an appearance in the Senate building or anywhere. Do you think Palpatine will be in Andor season 2? What do we think? Oh, Sheev could show up. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. All right, but let's finish off this trailer while you do that.
I have no expectation.
Again, we got to look at B2. He's alive and well for now. If Biggs is off with Cassian, we don't know where Brazos is. I don't know what's going on with our boy B2. It's not looking too good. But you get this weird look at a dagger. Now, it looks like... I don't know. What's the significance of this dagger? Why would they spend literally 4 frames, 5, 6, 7 frames to show us this dagger? Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. This is the same planet that I said earlier might be Ghorman, but doesn't look like it, that Mon Mothma was on, right here. She's there with Luthen. Huh. Right here. What are they doing? Again, here's the craziest part about all these trailers and all these scenes that we have from the Andor series. Season 2, we know the Ghorman Massacre is going to happen. We know Mon Mothma's daughter's wedding is going to happen, and that's it. So let's say that's 2 arcs. That means that there are 2 other arcs that we have no idea what they're about and no idea what they are. What's going on here? What are they doing? Where are they? It looks like Ghorman, but it's probably not. They're not there during the massacre. This is strange, chat. Very strange. Yeah. The Bad Batcher 2004 says Vader. Oh, yeah. Vader. A Kyber crystal dagger? That would be insane. Could be Naboo. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't really look like Naboo, though. I mean, we've never seen a structure like this on Naboo from what we've seen of the planet. But maybe. Sandrella. It's on Sandrella. Mon Mothma's home planet. That's possible. That's possible. There's a flag in the background that matches the one in her apartment. Okay, let's go check that out. Flag in the background. Oh, this one? Interesting. So this could be Mon Mothma's daughter's wedding. Is what you're saying here. Luthen gets an invite and I don't? Are we serious right now? That dagger is so weird to me. It does kind of look like a Kyber crystal dagger, though. Interesting. So Luthen's invited to his her daughter's wedding. That's not suspicious at all. What? Maz Kanata's castle? No. Interesting. This looks like before Mon Mothma's escape. Yeah, I think this is way before. This is probably going to be one of the first arcs, if I were to guess, because it's probably about the wedding. Or, yeah. Interesting. So this one's weird too. We got what's this guy's name again? This is the guy whose son is marrying Mon Mothma's daughter. What the hell's his name, Chad? Well, somebody tells me his name in the chat. Can I get some Good Cups follow orders in the chat, please? Bumpa. Luthen, Krennic, and Mon Mothma in the wedding. It's going to be a Star Wars version of the Red Wedding. Honestly, no, because, well, the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, spoiler alert, is just everybody dies. But it will be quite the event if Krennic is there, and especially if Luthen is there as well. That would be insane. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe my invite got lost in the mail. Maybe. Just like my live sign. No. Yeah. It's D something? Big D? Oh my God. Davos? Is it Davos? Do you think Saw got the invite? No, I don't think so. I do not think so. Yeah. No. Okay, but strangely enough, Davo, that's his name, yeah. So I think Davo could have been the one who invited the Empire, which sounds a little strange because that's sort of against the point of this whole thing. But Krennic being at the wedding is very, 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 very strange. Like, Mon Mothma's whole thing is anti the Empire. Now, her husband is a little bit different. He threw that party, invited all those people that she hated, all that stuff. But to have Krennic come to the wedding would be absolutely insane. So if this truly is the wedding, if this is what's going on here, that's wild. But Krennic looking all badass and creepy as ever right here, and Davos right next to him. We get, looks like Cassian in this TIE fighter flying. It's at night though, which is weird. He must be flying this TIE fighter for quite some time. Flying the TIE fighter, and that's it. Andor, a Star Wars story, streaming April 22nd, only on Disney+. So, I mean, quite the trailer, to say the least. From Easter eggs of Queen Amidala's helmet, if you will, and Vader, Palpatine, weird Sith, not Sith, weird Kyber crystal looking daggers, weird, like the same ship that Vader pulls down out of the sky in Kenobi is in the trailer. Like, what's going on? It's absolutely insane. In this special look, it blew me away. I did not expect that, especially since we got a trailer last week. Now, we are, 47, 48 days away from the show's premiere? 47 some odd days, something like that. Yeah. So, we're getting closer and closer and closer. And as we get closer, we're going to get even more trailers, even more posters and all that other stuff. Speaking of posters, let's take a look at the poster that came out with this trailer, because this poster is awesome. It's, of course, the thumbnail of this live stream, but let's take a look at this. This is the poster that drops. Now, you can see the Death Star again in the background. I really don't know how they're going to play the Death Star up this much. Because when you think about it, the Death Star, Cassian doesn't know it exists. And the Rebellion doesn't really know it exists either. Not until Rogue One. So they're going to use the Death Star as some sort of scare tactic in this second season. But they're really pushing it in these trailers and in these posters. And I feel like it's not going to be that big of a deal, you know? But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Mike, can I buy your 100K play button for 1 credit? No. No. Are you doing a full 3-episode live stream, Mike? Oh, yeah. The watch parties are going to be insane. 3 episodes at a time. Absolutely. But when we take a closer look at this poster here, let's zoom in a little bit. You got, of course, Cassian. It is his show, being the main dude here. But you got Luthen. I think Luthen's a goner. I mean, tell me in the chat, do you think Luthen's going to die in season 2? Luthen and Bix are at the top right here. I think they're both probably going to die, but I feel like Luthen is far more likely to die than Bix. Tell me in the chat. What do we think? Actually, while you do so, let's poll it up. Let's poll it up because I want to end this one. Jyn Erso. Jyn Erso could show up, I feel like, but it's probably less likely than Galen Erso, her dad. But yeah. 20 credits for the play button? Oh my God, no. No! We worked way too hard for this play button to give it away for 20 measly credits. All right, let's do this. By the way, 69% of you guys think that Palpatine will show up in Andor Season 2. Okay, I agree with you guys. All right. Let's pull this up. Do you think Luthen will die in Andor Season 2? Will Luthen die by the end of Andor Season 2? Now, the reason I think it's pretty much a guarantee at this point that he will die is because he's, first of all, not in Rogue One, but he's one of the leaders of the rebellion. He's one of the leaders of the whole damn thing. So obviously, he's important. And if he did survive, he would be in Rogue One or he would be in the original trilogy like Mon Mothma is. But he's not. So one of two things has to happen. One, he's dead. Or two, he's dead. Like I feel like there's no other way around it. With Bix, with a character like Bix, I feel like a couple options. Like she could go into hiding somewhere else. Cassian could try to protect her from the rebellion and do something like that. I could see it. But with Luthen, I feel like he has to die at this point. But tell me what you think. Yeah. He's likely to die. What? He's as likely to die as Sam is the real owner of this channel. Yes. We'll put it that way. Midstream stretch. Okay. So then we got Krennic, we got K2SO, Mon Mothma, Cyril, the ship. So K2 is, we know for a fact, is going to be in the second season. But we don't know really how big of a role he's going to play. I think it'll be a big one, but only time will tell. Saw Gerrera, Cyril, Dedra, Vel is pretty interesting because who knows what her story's going to be like. You got some TIE fighters, the TIE Avenger, you got some stormtroopers. This looks like the Great Eye right there, but maybe that's just me. And there you go. You got Yavin 4 over there to the left. But it's a pretty damn cool poster, if I do say so myself. Now, somebody brought up something very, very interesting. And that was, and I've been saying this for a while now, but even still, I'll give them credit. If Andor Season 2 is as good or even better than Season 1, is this the greatest trilogy of all time? Now, it's obviously not really an official trilogy, if you will, but it is. If Andor Season 2 is better than Andor Season 1, or even on the same, I guess, stage as Season 1, because Season 1 is so good, and Rogue One is a top 3 Star Wars movie for me, easily. I mean, maybe not easily, but yes, it's pretty good. This might be the best trilogy of all time. Unofficial, official trilogy. It might just be. And there's the similarities of the posters, too. You got Season 1, Season 2, and Rogue One. I mean, where does Rogue One rank for you guys on the best Star Wars movies list? What do we think? Yo, Mike, what is behind the camera? What do you mean? What is behind my camera? Air? I don't understand the question. Yeah. It's an all-time classic trilogy already. Well, I mean, it does have to stick the landing with Season 2. Season 2 could suck, and then it wouldn't really be that way. Is that Jin on the poster? No, that's Bix. That is Bix. This is Jin on the Rogue One poster, yeah? Who would have thunk it, watching Rogue One, that this guy right here, Cassian Andor, was going to get 2 seasons of television, one already being one of the best ever, and the second one hopefully being even better. Rogue One is at number 3 for me. Top 2, easily. Nice. Andor is its own entity within Star Wars canon. I will always think about the original films. I always think the original films are the best. You think it's its own entity? I don't know. It's made its mark for sure. If not 3, then it's 4. Okay. It's number 2 for me. Interesting. Top 5 behind episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Interesting. There you go. Mike, what is your favorite movie and TV show? Well, my favorite Star Wars movie is Revenge of the Sith. That hasn't changed and probably won't ever change. I mean, I hope it changes. I hope there's a better Star Wars movie on the way, but who knows? But Revenge of the Sith is my favorite of all time. Number 2 is Empire, and number 3 is Rogue One. It's that good. Yeah. It's that good. And Boar, exactly. So I'm very interested to see, because these trailers, of course, are really, really good. We just watched the special look one and the official one that came out a week ago. The trailers are really, really good. But we can't deny that the first season is still one of the lowest viewed shows of all time for Disney Star Wars. And it got crapped on when it was originally released. And Boar, the whole wrong screws, the AK-47s that don't look like blasters, not enough aliens. Like, week in and week out, Andor got absolutely shit on by the Star Wars fandom. Much like other shows do, but even more so. over time, it's become more of a beloved project. I feel like more people have come around to it. But originally, it was absolutely shit on. So my question is, will that same thing happen with season 2? Will we be coming out of the premiere of season 2 with the first 3 episodes airing on April 22nd and people calling it Andor, complaining about not enough aliens, not enough blaster-like weapons? Will they find everything and anything to complain about? That's the big issue, because there are bricks and screws in this trailer. It's going to be a problem yet again. Now, coming off the backs of The Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, 2 of the other most low-viewed shows of all time for Disney Star Wars, they need a win. And I think they have a win with Andor Season 2, and I know it's going to be a win because I know it's going to be great, but it's how the Star Wars fandom reacts to it. Not just me, not just the 90 of us we have here today. It's how the entire Star Wars fandom reacts to it. Because we've seen a Star Wars fandom reaction can get a show canceled, can get a show absolutely bombed in the viewership numbers and in the Rotten Tomato scores. So Andor Season 2 has a lot riding on it, to say the least. It's the final season of Andor, could finish off this incredible trilogy, but also what it sets up for future projects in terms of Disney Plus live action shows. Because Star Wars after Andor Season 2 has Ahsoka Season 2 for live action, and that's it. We talked about the 11 Star Wars movies that are currently in the works. But for live action shows, we're running out of real estate. Because Andor Season 2 and Ahsoka Season 2 are the only 2 that are announced. Now, Star Wars Celebration could announce more, but if they're going to keep getting the reception that The Acolyte did, that Andor Season 1 did, what's the point? If they're going to give us peak Star Wars content on Disney Plus, and it's going to get absolutely shit on, what's the point? It's a valid question. Because Andor Season 1, although it seems to be beloved by right now, it was not at the time. Much like the prequel trilogy. When the prequel trilogy was released, it was not loved by Star Wars fans. Or, I guess, the majority of the Star Wars fandom. Critics and fans alike who didn't like Hayden Christensen's performance or Ahmed Best's performance or Jake Lloyd's performance absolutely shit on the movies. It was not the same as the original trilogy, so they couldn't see it for what it was. Years and years later, it is now beloved in the Star Wars fandom. The kids who grew up on it, now adults who absolutely love it. Maybe something similar can be said about Andor. I guess only time will tell. Kay says, even some that drink too much haterade, nice, thought it was decent. They aren't even giving it the Acolyte treatment. I don't think it'll get the Acolyte treatment. I don't think it'll come in on a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. No. But I'm just saying, people forget what Andor Season 1 was like. It was not all flowers and sunshine. It was a dark, dark time. Yeah. My favorite Star Wars, hands down, is the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special. Watch it start to finish and prove me wrong. No, I'm good, thanks. Okay. Yeah. Dark Sky says, because the original timeline is my favorite, I'm looking forward to Andor Season 2. Ahsoka Season 2, on the other hand, not so much. Sorry, Mike. No worries. I know I'm sort of an outlier when I talk about my absolute love for the Ahsoka series. Yeah. Yeah. I think there'll be a group that don't like it, of course, as there always is, but because they jumped right in without watching Season 2. Okay, interesting. So you think there's going to be a lack of knowledge coming to Season 2 because they didn't watch Season 1. Huh. Interesting. Andor Season 1 was very interesting to watch. I never got bored at all. Yeah, and I agree with you, but there's a lot of people who have very, 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 I guess, short attention spans. I don't know. I get watching the first 3 episodes of Andor are slower, and that the rest of the episodes sort of pick up the pace. But they're still good. They still set the groundwork for one of the greatest seasons ever. You know? Oh, 50 Thunder with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that, 50 Thunder. I really, really do. Says, hang on. Says, I should be going out by now. However, I changed my plans to stay in with the chat. Love these chats. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate that, 50 Thunder. That's very, very nice. Glad you're still here. And Super Chats memberships keep the lights on over here. So I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about... oh, wait. We did the poster. We did that. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so in the Discord, if you guys are not yet in the Discord, there's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go join it immediately. But in the Discord, you guys sent this pretty cool thing. So I want to do this before we keep going about the trailer, okay? So there's this StarWars.com posted this. Oh, this is 3 years old, but they posted this anyway. We're going to do it anyway. Which Andor character are you? Take the quiz. So I said we're not going to take the quiz. I'm not going to take the quiz until live stream. So let's do this. Well, let's do it together as a chat. What do you believe is your greatest strength? All right, chat. What's my greatest strength? Is it my wit? Is it my precision? Is it my way of speaking? Is it my poker face? Chat? You're too shy to get on Discord? Trust me, the Discord is a blast. And you don't even have to talk on it if you don't want to. Who could ever say that the Narkina 5 arc was not genius? Well, honestly, Kate, I think the problem was they didn't make it that far. You don't have a poker face? That's a lie. Okay, maybe you're right. The wit. All right, we'll go with wit. What would your friends, you guys, say is your greatest weakness? All right, chat, what's my weakness? Is shit. Here comes the truth. My loyalty, I hope not. I'm always tired. That's a good one. Trouble to focus on the next task. That's also a good one. Relying on family ties for my own career. Well, that's not likely. I think we're in between these two. Always tired or trouble focusing on the next task. What do we think, Jen? Mike's greatest strength, his impressions. Okay, well, I appreciate that. I went back and watched my Saw Gerrera one, and I thought it was pretty damn good. Go with tired? All right, we're going with tired. Which character from Andor would you take on your kickball team? Okay, chat, we're making a kickball team. Are you ready? It's going to be Clea. It's going to be Kino Loy, Dedra, or Vel. I feel like it's between Kino or Vel. Dedra does not seem like a good kickball player. Neither does Clea for some reason. I feel like Kino Loy seems to be the good answer here. I don't know. What do we think? Kino? Yeah, all right, we're going Kino. What do you like to do for fun? Okay, solve problems. Try new cuisine. I like food. Travel or go to the beach. I like food a lot, chat. I think we're going with food. Food. What is your favorite subject in school? History, business, math, or English? I guess history. I kind of like math. I don't know. We'll go history. What was your favorite after-school activity? Chess club, debate club, drama club, or robotics club? None. But if I had to choose one, I'm not bad at chess, not gonna lie. Drama club? I feel like I'm pretty dramatic. We'll go there. What is your secret fear? Sand. Where's sand? No sand. Oh, okay. Never mind, Jeff. Water? I'm definitely not afraid of water. Can I get some good cups full orders in the chat, please? Definitely not afraid of water, as I drink a lot of it every live stream. Losing my family. Oh, that's terrible. Yes, that would suck. Failure. Or is that failure? Nope. Okay. Flying? Flying's pretty bad, but I'm going to go losing my family. That's horrible. Which Star Wars character is most trustworthy to you? Okay. Leia Organa. Interesting. General Veers? No. Padme Amidala? Ooh. Or Chewbacca? Absolutely Chewbacca. I mean, is there a more trustworthy guy in the Star Wars universe? You look at him and he just goes, ah! Ah! I mean, come on, Chewie. Pick a color. Oh, shit. Pick a color, chat. Blue, white, gray, or red? What are we thinking? feel like this is going to determine which character we end up being. Blue is probably my favorite color. I feel like we should go with that. Blue? Yeah? You like blue? All right, we're going blue. And finally, choose your Star Wars planet to visit. Okay, now we're talking. Well, none of them. I would say Naboo, but okay, Coruscant. You got to go Coruscant. Like, Jakku's a freaking desert. Ferrix, I guess, would be cool, but it's cold there. Nemos or Namos, whatever it's called. That's the party planet, isn't it, with the beach? You got to go Coruscant. If you have the chance to visit Coruscant, you can't say no to that. Henceforth, I shall be known as Mon Mothma. I see this as a complete win. I see this as a complete win. I mean, it could be a lot worse. It could be a villain. I think it was the Coruscant one. If I chose Ferrix, it probably would have been Cassian. If I chose... Actually, Nemo's probably would have been Cassian. There you go. Mon Mothma. There you have it, chat. You also got Mon Mothma? Mike Mothma? There we go. Kip Fisto, what's up? You chose Nemos and still got Mon? Okay, interesting. Mon Mothma's Mike's mama? Okay. Sure. Mike's a girl. That's hilarious.
Incorrect.
Execute Order 66.
Whoops. All right. Let's go back here. Let's talk about this. Okay. We talked about this the other day, but if you want to watch the original Star Wars, like original theater release Star Wars, you can do that right now on something on Roku. I forget what it was. Okay. Well, let's talk about this. So we talked about how it's going to be a great trilogy, but take a look at this. The writers for season 2 have been announced. So directors and writers. We've talked about the directors before. We looked up all of them. I never heard of any of these people, but there's only 3 directors. Alonso's doing the final arc. Janice Mentz is doing the second arc, and Ariel Ariel is doing the first 6 episodes. Now, the writer's pretty interesting to me. First of all, Tony Gilroy is only writing 1 arc, and that's the first 3. I think, obviously, he's been on board for all of the episodes and all the arcs, but he's only technically the head writer of the first 3 episodes. Mr. Willimon returns. Now, Mr. Willimon is currently helping James Mangold write the Dawn of the Jedi movie, which is pretty cool. But Mr. Willimon is most known for writing the first season's arc with Narkina 5. So the One Way Out. Mr. Willimon is the lead writer of that arc. So a lot of people see that as their favorite arc of season 1 with the prison break with Kino Loy. And that was Mr. Willimon. So Mr. Willimon will be doing episode 4 through 6. Episode 7 through 9 is Dan Gilroy. Any relation? I'm not too sure. We're going to look it up in a second. And then 10 through 11 is Tom Bizzle. Great name. But let's look it up. Are Tony Gilroy and Dan Gilroy related? Dan Gilroy. Let's see. Dan Gilroy is an American screenwriter and film director. Both known for, he directed Nightcrawler. Okay. Yes, siblings, Tony Gilroy and John Gilroy. Okay, so Dan Gilroy, brother of Tony, will be directing or writing, is the lead writer for episodes what was it? What episodes were it? Hang on. Episodes 7, 8, and 9. And then who was this last guy? Tom Bizzle. Tom Bizzle. Tom Bizzle is an American journalist, critic, and writer, best known for his work on as a writer of video games, including The Vanish of Ian Carter, Battlefield Hardline, and Gears 5. Okay. Well, Tom, get ready to be known for Andor Season 2. That's all I can tell you. So there you have it. Those are the writers and directors for each episode, or each arc, I guess, of season 2 of Andor. I mean, not really surprises here, I guess, to an extent. I don't know many of these names, especially of the directors. But Tony Gilroy only writing, or only being the lead writer of the first 3 episodes is pretty interesting. That makes me believe that the first 3 are going to kick us off with a bang. But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Last night you said there was only 4 episodes, and now you're saying there's 12. I'm confused. No, it's only 4 weeks. Sorry, if that let me clear this up. Hang on, chat. Let me clear this up real quick. There's only 4 weeks of Andor. Not 4 episodes, 4 weeks. Still 12 episodes, but it looks like this. Episode 1 through 3 will release on April 22nd. Then 1 week later, 3 more episodes, 4 through 6. Then 1 week later, 3 more, 7 through 9. And then 1 week later, 10 through 12. So only 4 weeks, but still 12 episodes. Just 3 episodes at a time. It's the quadlogy, chat. Not a trilogy, a quadlogy. Yeah. So we'll be getting still 12 episodes. It'll just be released through 4 weeks in a nice quadlogy format. Yeah. So not 4 episodes, 12. But not 12 weeks, 4. Yeah. They don't make it easy. The quadlogy. Yes. Indeed. I think Andor will suffer because of The Last of Us Season 2. That is pretty interesting. That's a great point. So there's a few things sort of going up against Andor Season 2. There's actually a lot of things. Somebody pointed out that the last episode of Daredevil Born Again is going to premiere on the same day as the premiere of Andor Season 2. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's pretty bad planning. But give me a 1 in the chat if you saw the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. No spoilers. No spoilers in the chat, please. But it's really good. Having said that, that would be really weird and weird competition because it's both Disney projects. But yes, The Last of Us Season 2 is supposed to release. When does it start, actually? Let's look it up. The Last of Us Season 2. April 13th. Okay. So it'll be right before. That's funny. Whoa. Did you know when you look up The Last of Us Season 2 online, what the heck? Whoa. Look at this. When you look up The Last of Us Season 2 online, this little mushroom at the bottom pops up. Then if you click it, that's spooky. Okay. But that's just me getting completely sidetracked. So Season 2 of The Last of Us comes out on April 13th. So it's going to be competing directly week in and week out with The Last of Us Season 2, which is not very good because The Last of Us Season 1 was awesome, and Season 2 is going to be awesome as well. But you don't want to compete with something that big. I mean, hopefully it helps both of them, but yeah. We'll see. Yeah, and also it's competing against itself. It's competing against Star Wars with on, I believe, April 25th or April 23rd. Shit, I forget. Somebody help me out in the chat. But on April 25th or something, Revenge of the Sith returns to theaters for the 20th anniversary. So it's really competing with itself as well. So, yeah. Explore the Force says, that's a Sunday, and Andor releases on Tuesdays. Why does this hurt Andor? Well, it doesn't hurt it that it's the exact same day. It hurts that it's the exact same time. So some people who don't have time to watch so much television every week will choose one or the other. And that's sort of the issue. It's rare. It might not look that way, but it's rare to have the time, I guess, to watch all this television. Yeah, a lot of people have busy schedules. Either 1, they don't like Star Wars as much as we do, or 2, they just don't have enough time to watch all that Star Wars content. And maybe they like The Last of Us a little bit more. So if they came out at separate times, they'd watch both, but if they have to choose, they'll choose The Last of Us. So it's a whole thing, you know? That's true. We do know how The Last of Us Season 2 is going to end. He does become a Mandalorian. So, yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah. Yeah. I heard the compressed schedules to make them eligible for Emmy Awards. I have heard that too. I think the deadline is like May 31st or something to get that. But that seems crazy to me. I think if that's the sole reason they're doing that, that's a bad thing. But if it's not, if they actually have like good reasons for it, then maybe. I like the quadlogy. I like the fact that we're getting an Andor movie every week for 4 weeks. But I would way rather have 10 weeks of Andor content. But that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. It's sad that we were worried about a show that can take more viewers than the most massive franchise ever. It's not even that. Like, any big show could take away viewers. Think about Andor. Andor's first season was not viewed by many people. Obviously, a lot of people, but not as much as The Mandalorian or Kenobi or Ahsoka. So you're taking those viewership numbers and sort of gambling with them to an extent. Yeah. Invincible is the shit too. Don't forget about that. I've not watched Invincible season 2 or 3, so yeah. Yeah, you want to spread it out if you can, you know? Oh, I could spread it out if I want? I guess, but no, not really. Yeah. There's also another reason as to why they might have compressed the schedule to 3 episodes a week, and that was for the minutes watched. And I think this is probably the better answer to the question, because when you look at the Nielsen numbers, or just the numbers in general of minutes watched every week for Andor Season 1 in The Acolyte and Skeleton Crew last year, they barely Skeleton Crew never got on the top 10 list. The Acolyte got on and off of it every once in a while, and Andor struggled to get on it as well. So to put on 3 episodes a week, that's 3 times the amount of minutes watched, and now you have so many more numbers to get onto those lists. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. The Emmy deadline, the minutes watched, the fact that they wanted the quadlogy, the fact that it works because it's 3 episode arcs. Yeah. The weirdest thing to me is the scheduling of it all. Because right now, before Star Wars Celebration, there is no other live action Star Wars projects this year. And there's no other animated projects this year either, other than Vision Season 3, but that drops all at the same time, and that's a whole nother thing. So there's no other Star Wars projects this year. So if Andor Season 2 is the only one, you wouldn't want to sort of compact it into 4 weeks. You want to spread it out as much as possible so you'd have as much Star Wars content as possible. But that does make me believe that Star Wars Celebration will give us an announcement of a project that will come out this year, whether it's animated or live action. Probably going to be animated, but still. If it's a Luke Skywalker Jedi Temple show, it would be absolutely insane. If it's a Hera and Omega show, it would be absolutely insane. But this Andor Season 2 trailer did make me believe that it could have to do something with the hidden path. This one frame being in this.
Everything I did for the rebellion.
This ship being in the trailer, the ship that Vader pulls down out of the sky and rips to shreds in the Kenobi series, makes me think that we will be getting a hidden path show to connect all this stuff. But maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. Rebels is my all-time favorite show. It is probably up there for me too. Season 3 and Season 4 are just peak. Absolutely. What season of Rebels is your favorite? I haven't finished it yet. Oh my God, you got to finish it. But I think Season 4 is my favorite. But end of Season 2 and Season 3 are all just peak. Yeah. You know? Star Wars Order says, Mike, are you a big enough channel as to where you get a special premiere access for the Star Wars shows? No. I mean, Lucasfilm has never reached out to me to do anything like that. And if you're watching Lucasfilm, and I hope you are, please do so. I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. But no, we are not that big yet, I guess. Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy show in Clone Wars animation. Yes, it will be in Clone Wars animation. So it could run for like 5, 6, 7 seasons and pretty much do what the Clone Wars did for the prequel trilogy or the sequel trilogy. And it would be spectacular. Yeah. Bad Batch is great too. Absolutely. He's talking to Cyril in the frame before this. Oh, okay. Let's check it out. You think he's talking to Cyril here? Oh, interesting. That does look a lot like Cyril. Does he say anything to him here?
Did for the rebellion.
Just sort of looking at him. That could be Cyril. I don't know if it's 100% him. He's got some sort of hat on. He's wearing like a green trench coat. Is his trench coat green later on in the trailer? There it's like more so like a black. There it's brown. I don't know. I actually don't think it is him. It could be though. It could be. He's just wearing green and a weird hat thing. That'd be wild if they went face to face. I think they will go face to face on Ghorman, but probably like from afar. I don't know if they'll go this close. Oh, they definitely both recognize each other. If this is Cyril, they'll definitely recognize each other. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I really don't know if it is, though.
I did for the rebellion.
Revolutionary.
All right, let's talk about Yavin 4 for a second here. So the fact that this is the same ship that Vader takes down out of the sky is pretty wild. I mean, it gives you the opportunity to connect to the hidden path. It gives you the opportunity to give some crazy cameos here. But Yavin 4 in general, seeing the Rebel base from A New Hope, do you think we'll actually see somebody crazy? Like a Leia or a Bail Organa? Or even a Rebels crew member like a Hera Syndulla or a Chopper? I mean, it doesn't seem that crazy. I mean, obviously it's crazy, but it doesn't seem that crazy. I'd love to be an extra in a Star Wars movie or a show. That would be awesome. Just to be like, literally just sit in the background. That'd be so cool. Don't even have to do anything. That'd be awesome. Bail, yes. Leia, no. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Andor looks pretty good here. Yeah, he does. Maybe Cyril becomes a spy for the ISB. Maybe. Maybe. We're definitely getting some badass cameos. Well, honestly, I don't know. Because when you think about season 1, there's a very big lack of cameos. Like, really, none at all. So, is season 2 going to rely on cameos? I think it's more so just going to connect to Rogue One. And that's why a character like Bail Organa, who is in Rogue One on Yavin 4, would make sense to appear. It's when you go past that to more crazier characters like Leia Organa, for example, or even a Hera Syndulla. Yes, the Ghost and Chopper are in Rogue One, but Hera is not. It will be interesting. We'll definitely get some sort of cameos from the original trilogy for sure. Well, I don't know. Because we know for a fact that characters from Rogue One will be in the show. Krennic, K2, obviously. We know this. But beyond that, they must be hiding some more. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't put Krennic and K2SO in the trailers. They wouldn't put them in the marketing. They wouldn't put them in the poster. They would try to keep that a secret. They'd try to keep that hidden. So I think they're probably keeping other characters hidden. And they're giving us Krennic and K2SO to sort of hide them. That's why I really do think that this scene is so important. Whoever's on this ship could be somebody of significance. Either to the hidden path or to the rebellion or both, I guess. It'll be interesting, chat. It'll be quite interessante. Will Luke Skywalker be in Andor Season 2? No. Luke is on Tatooine, and he is until, of course, A New Hope. Quinlan Vos would be a crazy one. I don't know if they're going to go Quinlan Vos. We haven't seen him in live action since The Phantom Menace. And we haven't really seen him in animation much either. So, I don't know. Yeah. Dark Sky says, Season 1 was slow for a reason. For us to get more involved with the characters before they, die. Yeah, I mean, it's to show the growth of the rebellion and show Cassian how he joins the rebellion and why he learns how the Empire is so evil by being a prisoner of the Empire. But a lot of characters do die in that first season. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Darth Plagueis Lives sends a very generous $5 empty chat. Oh, it's a super sticker. That says, hi. Well, I appreciate the Darth Plagueis. I really, really do. Super chats, memberships, and I guess super stickers as well. Keep the lights on over here, so I appreciate it quite a bit. Yeah. I have a weird feeling that Cyril's going to run good in the end. Interesting. You think Cyril will have a redemption arc? Huh. Interesting. I don't think we'll be getting much cameos, perhaps verbal nods to other people. Interesting. So more just mentions of people. Well, that's what Season 1 kind of did. Season 1 has mention of the Rakatan Empire. It has mention of Jakku and other planets like that. It mentions Solo, a Star Wars story, by mentioning Kessel and the rebellious actions that happened on Kessel. Interesting. These super stickers are hilarious. I appreciate it, Darth Plagueis. I really, really do. Interesting. I remember a few people having a theory back in Season 1 that Cyril would join the rebellion. I feel like he's a long way off from doing that, though. Maybe if he sees the Empire massacre all the people on Ghorman, then maybe. But he's so invested in the Empire right now, so invested in stopping the bad guys. That seems pretty crazy. Erica, what's up? It's been a while. How we doing? Yeah. Yeah. When Cyril sees Dedra and his mom getting along, then he will turn. Because his mom is getting along with Dedra, that would be hilarious. His mom turns him to the light side. That would be really funny. What are your craziest cameo theories for Season 2? Well, like I said before, I mean, Cal Kestis would be insane. Cal Kestis would be wild. Darth Vader would be great. Palpatine would be great. I mean, if you're talking crazy, you're talking Quinlan Vos, you're talking Asajj Ventress, you're talking really crazy. You could be seeing, like Darth Plagueis mentioned in the super chat earlier in the stream, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Like, if we're talking really crazy, you could go really, really crazy. Leia would be wild. Boba Fett would be crazy. Boba Fett's a crazy one. I don't see any bounty hunters being involved at all, but that would be wild. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, the Eye is the next episode we're watching as with the members, true. Obi-Wan Kenobi would be impossible because Obi-Wan's on Tatooine right now. You know, he's doing his own thing. He's, well, where he's supposed to be, if you will. Yeah. Boot? The hell's that mean? Boot? Okay, so going back to Daredevil Born Again just for a second. Just for a second. Give me a 1 into the chat if you've seen Daredevil Born Again again. Give me a 1 into the chat if you've seen it already. Oh, hang on. We got a super chat. 1 second. Dark Sky with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that, Dark Sky. I really, really do. Says, do you think that Tarkin will be in it again? Also, what is your favorite movie from each trilogy? Interesting. And can you do a Boba Fett and a Rancor impression? Boba Fett on the Rancor or Boba Fett and the Rancor? Well, first things first, let me start with the top of your question. Do I think Tarkin will be in it? Tarkin is, again, probably unlikely, but it's not, like, impossible. You know what I'm saying? there was that whole lawsuit thing with Peter Cushing's estate or the lawyer or whatever it was. So that might not work. But because there's Krennic, because there's the Death Star, Tarkin could appear. Could. We'll put it that way. But I appreciate the super chat. I really, really do. Oh, and what's my favorite movie from each trilogy? For prequels is Revenge of the Sith. Original trilogy is The Empire Strikes Back. And actually, the Force Awakens is for the sequel trilogy. What's funny about that is I got one of each. The prequels is the last movie, Revenge of the Sith. The originals is the middle movie, Empire. And the Force Awakens is the first movie of the sequel trilogy. There you have it. But I appreciate it. And a Rancor impression, I can do that. I guess. I don't even know. Rancor impression, let's see. Rancor. I don't even know. It's like a bunch of different animal noises screaming, I'm guessing. But I appreciate it, Dark Sky. I really, really do. Super chats, memberships, keep the lights on over here. So I appreciate it. I don't know, chat, what's your favorite movie from each trilogy? All right. But while you do that, let's go back to this. So, Daredevil Born Again actually has a Star Wars crossover. The actress who plays the love interest in the first two episodes, spoiler alert, I guess. Not really. I mean, she's just in the episode. Dr. Heather Glenn is the same actress who plays Mother Coral in The Acolyte. I actually had no idea about this until I saw it today. This is pretty wild. Another crossover from Marvel to Star Wars, as there's a ton of actors and actresses who do so. But that's pretty wild. So Mother Coral lives, as we all guessed it. Mother Coral lives. Yeah. There you have it. Yeah. Dark Sky says, because we can see more of why Krennic and Tarkin have that sort of beef. That's true. I mean, Tarkin and Krennic don't like each other. Yeah. They really don't like each other. So maybe getting more of that on screen in Andor Season 2 would be awesome. Even if it's not like face-to-face, them two battling it out. But maybe Krennic does something to spite Tarkin, or does something because of his hatred for, or I guess beef, as you put it, with Tarkin. I guess you could definitely have something like that, where Krennic and Tarkin are going at it without actually going at it, you know? That'd be cool. The Acolyte lives on, yeah. Lives on through Daredevil Born Again, I suppose. Yeah. There you have it. Okay, so that was a little cool thing. Mother Coral, actress, is playing a character in Daredevil Born Again. Of course. Oh, this is what I want to talk about too. So the Ghorman Massacre. We talked about it so much. It's in all the trailers. It's in all the everything. This is Ghorman right here. This is the massacre happening. This is all that stuff. So what do we know about it? So here's what we know. We don't know what arc it's going to take place in. Probably either the second or the third arc, if I were to guess. Maybe the fourth, but probably not. But it shows stormtroopers slaughtering hundreds of peaceful protesters. So it's going to be this big sort of massacre, if you will. It takes place in 2 BBY. So this does give us sort of a time frame. Like I said, either second or third arc. It depends on, like, will it be exactly a year in between arcs, or will it just be roughly a year? Because then it would be like 4, 3, 2, 1. Then it would be the second to last arc. But if it's not that, then, well, we'll see. But Mon Mothma publicly blames Palpatine. Publicly blames Palpatine. Meaning we're going to see that. We're going to see Mon Mothma blaming Palpatine in the Senate. Blaming all this on him. And you don't think he's going to sort of rebut this? You don't think he's going to come back and try to stop this madness? That's why I think Palpatine's going to be in this second season. Like, I feel like there's no way he's not going to at least cover his own ass with the Ghorman Massacre. Yeah. But in Legends lore, Tarkin lands his warship on tons of protesters. He lands his warship? Holy crap. He's going to land it, crushing people. Andor Season 1 was already darker than most Star Wars stuff. I wonder if Season 2 is going to sort of push that. I don't know. If they're landing ships on people, then yes. That would be insane. But that's sort of the Ghorman Massacre of what we know about it right now. What we're going to learn about it in Season 2 is that, well, that Cassian's going to be there. Dedra, Cyril are likely to be there as well. And who else? Who knows who else could be there? Yeah. 50 Thunder says, Mike, will Maz Kanata show up? I doubt it. If Luthen dies, his artifacts are going to need a collector. And her castle could hide all of them. I mean, I guess in theory, but no, I doubt it. Yeah. I doubt it. Deaths are coming. Oh, yeah. We're going to see a lot of deaths. I mean, thousands of innocent people. Hundreds at least. Yeah. Tarkin was on Thrawn's side when it came to improving the Empire's weaponry. But as Thrawn was such an outsider to many, in many ways, he would never back him directly. He played Krennic against him to beat Bith. Well, here's the thing. I don't think Grand Admiral Thrawn will play any role in this Andor Season 2 just because of what happens. We already know what happens with him with the Rebels show, and he disappears. But even still, before he disappears, he's still fighting against the Rebels. So he's occupied with that side of the galaxy. That's why I don't think this is Lothal in the trailer. Because if it was, then we would probably be seeing some more Star Wars Rebels characters. Like, this is probably not going to be Lothal because that would really give us the opportunity to see Thrawn or anybody else, I guess. Yeah. Star Wars loves to break our hearts. I guess so. Yeah. I expect the Empire will take Luthen's holocrons. I don't know. I don't know if the Empire's going to like come raid Luthen's gallery. That would be kind of crazy. There is a weird image, if I can find this real quick. On StarWars.com, Andor Season 2 got 12 images a long time ago. Do you guys remember this? Let's see if I can find it. There was 12 official images released like months and months and months ago. Let's see. Oh, yeah, right here. So these 12 images were released. You got Tony Gilroy with Mon Mothma, Cassian in the TIE Fighters, Cyril and Dedra on Coruscant. Interesting. Luthen there, Bix and Cassian. This looks like Ghorman. More Bix, more Mon. This one. So this is Luthen and Mon Mothma on what looks to be Coruscant. Maybe not, though. Maybe this is Sandrella for her daughter's wedding. But even still, Luthen has the short hair. He always has the long hair when he's on Coruscant, and he has the long hair in the trailer when he's on Sandrella, or what we think is Sandrella. But she's either being escorted out by stormtroopers, or she's being arrested, or whatever's going on here. There are stormtroopers right behind them. So what's going on here? That's sort of the big question. Yeah. That's a big thing. Krennic there. Them two there. Oh, they added to this. The posters. 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 Oh, well, they just added the posters. Okay. So this one I think is the most important. I mean, whatever's going on here is pretty damn important, if I do say so myself. Yeah. I'm still thinking it's Lothal where they stole the ships. I don't know. I feel like if you have these characters, why would you hide them on Lothal? You know? If this is Lothal, that would change a lot. I mean, that would give us the possibility to see Grand Admiral Thrawn, to see all the other Rebels crew. That'd be crazy. Yeah. I haven't finished watching Andor yet. You got to get on it. Andor is so good. Adam, what's up? Lee, what's up? How we doing? Yeah. Aaron says, yesterday, Meg pointed out that there was one Cassian action figure that was labeled Sinar Test Pilot. Lothal was a testing site for the Sinar fleet system. Interesting. Huh. That'd be wild. Yeah, I've heard that this could be Dantooine too. If it is Lothal, here's the thing. We've seen Lothal in live action already, though, in Ahsoka. When you look at Lothal in Ahsoka, it looks different than this. Let's see if I can find. It's not a good image. I mean, this is tough to see, but when you look at, like, even the fields here, it looks different than what the field looks like here. I know that's, like, not that crazy of a difference, but even still. Where was that? Right here. I feel like they wouldn't go back to Lothal. Especially when there's already so much happening on Lothal with the other rebels. You know? Well, maybe. Maybe. It's the planet they tried to save Namek on. Interesting. The one where they tried to, like, they went to the doctor dude that looked like General Grievous. Possibly. Possibly. All right. Sadly, we are almost at the 2-hour mark now, and I do have to get on out of here. But the Ahsoka show was really good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Okay, but this trailer was absolutely insane. So much better, I think, in terms of just trailer-wise and hype for season 2 than the first trailer was. But again, the first trailer was good. This trailer was just better. Possible tease at Darth Vader, the ship that he pulled down from the sky and ripped to pieces in Kenobi. Absolutely insane. Queen Amidala's head metal thing was awesome. But we got a lot to get hyped up for Andor Season 2. More trailers on the way. Hopefully more posters on the way. And by the way, 93% of you guys think that Luthen will die in Season 2. I agree with you, but that's sad. Yeah. There you go. That's wild. Okay, but until then, we have to wait for the quadlogy. We are currently waiting for quadlogy. Have you read The Reign of the Empire yet? No, I have not. I thought the Ghorman Massacre was going to be in it, but it was much earlier. Okay. Yeah, I saw the Reign of the Empire book. I have not read it yet, though. Yeah. Let's get around to that. Okay. But until next time, smash a freaking like on this stream. How many likes do we have, chat? Am I gonna be upset? Am I gonna be upset? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. But smash a freaking like on the stream if you have not already. Hit that subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. Huge shout outs today to Darth Plagueis Lives, Dark Sky, 50 Thunder, Holly, Darth Drafter, and all you members. I appreciate you all so much more than you will ever know. And yeah, until next time, may the Force be with you. Always. What happened? Our hyperspace drive is broken! I don't know what the hell that was. I think we got to fix that hyperdrive, but that was something. Okay. Until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your lives, and good night, everybody.